right, so one of those failings is the failure to differentiate. Everybody familiar with Mad Libs, like a little game where you kind of fill in the blanks? Okay, this is an actual about our college description. But it just might as well be the about our college description found on any one of hundreds of college or university sites. College name is located near, city on a beautiful so-and-so campus where the student faculty of this or that doesn't really give much a sense of what's unique or different about this particular school. Here's another one. I found this one to be very interesting because it's probably the most blandable, and this happens to be Harvard University, so you can see it has nothing to do with really what the school is. But it's really very, very important that we kind of think about differentiation, lest our offering, lest the student search become commoditized in some way. They all sort of kind of look like each other. That not only goes for the text, but it also goes for the photography. We have the, pardon me? We have the, these photos, you've seen them, similar photos from, just go to Google and search, college students on the lawn, college students in the library, college students in the lecture hall. Where am I? Why am I here? Why do I care about this? This is all, I think, a symptom of a failure to differentiate. We have the ubiquitous college photograph, and I love this one. We have like so many people looking up in test tubes that are shaking beakers. It's like, I think what she's really thinking is like, this is where I lost my earring or something. So, of course, the always popular picking the book off the shelf, microscopes, the dorm room, the wonderful looking dorm room, and then there's always the professor behind the student. And sometimes she's thinking like, so that's a Facebook page. That's like, tell me more about it. Sort of the pensiveness of this whole thing. But this is the kind of school I wanted to go to. This is an actual somebody's dorm room. This is the kind of science experiment that would motivate me. But I think really, you get to the point where you're not just talking about photographs, but you're talking about trying to create impressions, brand impressions, with mascots, with logos, with design. And I think that it's really not an easy choice for students to make. And I think fundamentally the job here is to create messages that are unique to yourselves, which makes it easier for that student to make a choice. Because otherwise they're just befuddled. You know that they're getting tons of messages on a daily basis, through the mail, through the web, and I'm worried about their sameness. If you think it's hard to do in a bureaucracy, then look what the Center of Disease Control, the CDC did last month. Did most of you hear about this on the news? It just got an immense play, hundreds of millions of dollars in terms of free PR. But these are the people whose job it is to protect you from earthquakes, from fires, from floods, and things like that. And the way they did it was to create this new emergency called the zombie apocalypse. But the ability to kind of differentiate themselves from the normal, do this in case of emergency message, I think was extremely successful. Obviously there was levity there, but the one thing that I think is missing from a lot of the sites I visited in this particular area is any sense of humor or humility. People want to go places where there is good feeling, where there is a sharing of that. So I'm not suggesting you do zombie apocalypse, but I think there's a healthy medium there. The second failure, I believe, is a failure to motivate. In the world of web marketing, contact us or get a brochure is not an effective call to action. So I'm not offering alternative solutions right now. I'm just saying that there are calls to action to that prospective student. What do they really want to understand about the school beyond the sort of the conventional wisdom as to what they say they want to understand? I think that really takes an understanding of the student and talking to the students and kind of probing those areas which are a little bit underneath the surface. I also have it's a little depressing. It's about a field called behavioral economics, and the question is to whether or not people are more motivated by carrots or by sticks. And the fact is, more people are motivated by sticks. More people move away from pain then they move towards pleasure or satisfaction. So what does that mean in the college arena? Well, this is the biggest potential mistake a student can make, is going to the wrong school. So help them be comfortable with that choice, address their concerns, allay their fears, and think about how you would phrase that, and how you would motivate them by making them feel like they're making the right decision, and learning more about this place or these places is going to help me get here and avoid that. It's a little, I find this depressing, but the behavioral economists will tell you that it's the way most people behave. It's why most people don't become problem gamblers. Other areas. Finally, the third failure is what I'm calling a failure to justify. The failure to adequately justify the value of the internet investments to your, I'll call them senior managers. What do we call them in academia? What do we call them? You, what do we call them? The presidents, right? The committee heads, the group heads. So if you can't do this, you're going to find you're always pushing this rock uphill. If you can't link what you're doing directly to key performance indicators, you're always going to be asking for more resource. You're always going to be getting a little less resource than you want, as opposed to having those resources preferred to you, offered to you. I work in a couple of businesses. These are just an example of some dashboards that we do. But when you're able to kind of establish a target line for a quarter or for a year, right? Different kinds of goals. They can be beyond conventional kinds of web analytics. I'm not just talking about visitors. I'm talking about things that have more kind of down the funnel meaning. But when you can show people that you are meeting those expectations or beating those expectations, and those expectations can be linked to admissions, to acceptances, to anything that has monetary value, then you're going to find that people are actually asking you to spend more. It happens. It's great when it happens. And that's all about being able to justify this investment. So thank you very much, and now it's my job to talk about something which is highly motivating, contesting good.